Alright. I don't know if you can hear me or how loud it is. Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay. Okay, I think everything's running, functioning, hopefully. Okay. I just need to, so much is going on with Star, I just can't even, I don't know where to begin, really. Uh, well, at first, I want to start with the fact that Star forgot Marco's birthday. It's so messed up. Like, how could you do that? It was, like, I mean, I know that she's, like, not interested anymore, or she's, like, you know, basically like, well, you're too late, Marco, whatever. But, like, you forgot his birthday? That's so messed up. How could you forget his birthday? He's your best friend no matter what. Stupid. So I'm really mad about that. And then, of course, I see these spoilers, and I can't find the episode, so I'm wondering how people got the screenshots in the first place, because I've been looking. Marco apparently gets a wand and is like magic, and it looks like his wand is like a monster wand, and I can't even focus on the drawing right now because I'm losing it. I'm like, Marco's gonna get a wand, and I like, is Marco going evil? I'm really excited for this. I actually kind of hope he goes evil. I'm not gonna lie, because I think that would make things really interesting story wise. I don't know, maybe I'm just, I mean, he always told people he was the misunderstood bad boy, so there you go. He's gonna go evil. It's crazy. I don't, so much is happening all at once, and it's interesting because, like, it feels like some episodes this season are just like, oh, like when we get introduced to Ponyhead's family, it's like, oh, this is a cute episode, but it's like not really, it's not really like a lot going on plot wise. It seems almost filler. But then you get episodes, or like, you know, like that are just like, oh yeah, we're gonna reveal a bunch of stuff that's definitely gonna come into play later. But we're not gonna tell you how it comes into play later, so you just have to sit through this Ponyhead episode until you find out how it comes into play later. I actually did like that episode with Ponyhead, but I'm just like, you know what we want. Just, oops. Honestly, I just threw this drawing together in like 2 minutes, just so I just needed to ramble about the new season and the episodes, because it's like, what is happening? I want to know what's going on, and I still can't find, if anyone has the link to the episode, I want it. Give it to me, please. I'm not even kidding though, this drawing took me like 2 minutes to draw in pencil, and now it's going to take me forever to do in digital because I need practice. I wonder if they're going to do anything more with that Marco and Kelly ship, though. It seems like it seemed like it was going somewhere, but now they haven't like brought it up again. And then in the spoilers I saw, uh, apparently Marco is hanging out with Jana, and it looks like, well, it might be on. I don't think it's going to be on Earth, but I think it's just Marco's room on Muni, since it's pretty much the same room. We haven't even figured out what Eclipse's whole thing is going to be either. And how the heck did Marco get markings on his cheeks? That was the other thing in the spoiler that's confusing me. I'm like, what is happening? I need to know. But I think if Marco does end up going evil, that would be pretty awesome, because I think part of me just wants to see Marco and Star in like a magic battle. That'd be really cool. Might just be me though. I'll seriously like draw something for someone if they can get me the link to the episode like right now, to the whole thing with Marco and the wand and the markings on his cheeks in whatever episode. I'm not even kidding. Someone has to have it, because how else do they get those screenshots? Because I haven't even been able to find a promo for it or anything, so I don't know where those are coming from. It would be quite a twist too, because like everyone's expecting Eclipsa to be like the main villain of season 3, but then all of a sudden, what if it was Marco? That would be crazy. The possibilities are awesome. I don't think they're really gonna do it, but I would actually be really happy if they did. Mostly just because, like, each episode would definitely get way more intense. But yeah, I was also really I was really happy to see the sea captain come back in. Good old Captain Starco. Having secret tunnels in the castle. I wonder what that's about. I wonder if those were there before Eclipsa was queen, or if she had them installed. I think that's gonna be important. Also, there's the question of why do they exist in the first place, so wondering about that also. Nope. Honestly, I'm still kind of on the fence whether or not Eclipse is evil or not, because it seems like, I don't know if she is evil, like, I don't really see much of what her plan is, because clearly she could have escaped already if she wanted to, so she doesn't want to escape. Which is really like, well, what the heck are you doing then? Because if you can get out, then leave. Seems like that was, I mean, her original plan was to flee Muni. Seems like she could do that pretty good. I also love the fact someone pointed out that Marco's wand or whatever has a mole on it. I'm like, really? It's just beautiful. If anyone wants to chime in, the live chat is open on YouTube, so feel free to just jump in there and say something. Actually, I'm getting pretty fast at digital. I still prefer drawing on paper, though. Not because it's better or anything, it's just because I like to get... It's just too different to me, drawing, because I'm using an Intuos pen small tablet. It's basically, Actually, this isn't really the rant of why Starco isn't a thing, Boston. This is more of like, I hope Marco's evil. I really am hoping he's evil. Because I saw the spoilers with him with the wand, and I'm so excited. And I'm like, what the hell is this all about? I need to know now. Honestly, at this point, I'm like, whatever. Oh, hey, Danzig. That's a good point. Eclipse might be looking for something in the castle. I'm guessing it's the speakeasy, because personally I think that's the only thing that would really need to be hidden in a castle, is a speakeasy. And that's what I would do. I'd go look for the rum. Honestly, at this point with Starco, it's like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen season 3, and even if it doesn't happen at this point, which would be weird, but I seriously think it's going to happen, just because, mostly because they're like trying to be like, oh no, Starco's not happening, no, look, Star's with Tom, and now there's this episode with Marco and Kelly, and I'm like, and this is the beginning of season 3, and we know they still have half a season and like a whole new season to go, so why wait, you know? Because wait, there's gonna be a holiday special episode? I've been so distracted by everything. But no, I honestly still think Starco's gonna happen, but they're like, I think what the problem was is they're like, we've made it too obvious, so now we have to like make it like it's not gonna happen, but it's kind of the fan favorite ship. I think it'd be weird if they didn't go with it. If they don't, though, they're competent enough where like it'll make sense that it didn't happen. I'd still be okay with it. Go away. Pop up. Honestly, that's why I'm kind of like, I hope Marco goes evil, actually, because that would be really cool if Marco ended up being the villain, and then for like season 3 we basically chased him around, and then like, I don't know. I think I just want to see Star and Marco have a magic battle. more than anything. That would be really cool. And also, Star forgot his birthday. Go away. You're glad that they didn't make Starco canon? Is that what you're saying? What the? To be honest, like, I don't really know how to feel about Starco as a ship anymore. Like, at first I was, like, really like, yes, this needs to happen, but... Okay, what's going on with my pen? It's probably the live streaming screwing it up. But anyways, I don't know. At this point, I'm just along for the ride, because I think the writers know what they're doing, and I just want to see what they do. And if Starco happens, that will be awesome. But also, okay, really? You work just fine for me, pen tool, except on the one curve I'm trying to do. Okay. I see how it is. Yeah, I think if Starco happened just at the beginning of season 3, that would have been stupid. So even if it does happen, I'm hoping there's some sort of build to it. That's weird. My pen tool does not like me right now, so it never does this except when I'm live streaming. So it's something to do with the live stream. Like, probably my computer sucks. Well, it's decent enough, but... I still want to see more with Eclipse and stuff, honestly. At this... The ships are kind of all over the place. Like, I didn't see Marco and Kelly as a ship at all, and it's just like, okay, I guess this exists now. I mean, I think it's an okay ship, but... What the heck is going on with Eclipsa? Like, when do we get to see the trial? Like, I want to see that. Well, actually, thinking about it, I've seen a lot of people comparing the Just Friends episode and okay, my pen tool's driving me nuts. Okay, so I saw a lot of people doing screenshot comparisons of like Just Friends into Lava Lake Beach, and like how they visually they kind of made them similar, and like so I almost wonder if that's kind of the whole point, that Star and Marco are like two sides of the same coin, and that they're actually going to just play on that whole idea between now and season 4. That could be fun. Uh, yeah, I'm a terrible shipper, honestly, but it has to be like it has to be in the moment. Like at the end of season 2, it was like Starco needs to happen for life, and now I'm just like, all right, let's just see where it goes. It's about the journey, you know. That's the thing. Even if Starco happens, like it's never really that fun when the characters get together. Like everything leading to that moment is what's the most fun about any of that. And that's why I'm also not too worried about Starco right now. Because, like, if they did get together at the beginning of the season, it'd be like, yay, now we get to watch all their relationship problems. Oh, goody, goody. um, Actually, what I'm finding I like more so than just regular romantic ships lately is I just love it when two characters are, like, kicking ass together. So, like, when Star and Marco fought the lint monster in the lint trap, I was like, yes! Oh yeah, I really hope they don't leave season 3 as, like, a... If it is a cliffhanger, it better not be, like, a Starco related cliffhanger, because it'd be like, guys, we get it. Because if this is Starco related cliffhanger at the end of season 3, then I'm like, Starco fans celebrate because Starco's gonna be canon because they just can't let it go. Like, that's the thing, too. A lot of people are worrying because they're like, Starco's not gonna be canon. I'm like, but they're literally, like, shoving it down our throat how much it's not going to be canon, which makes me think it's probably gonna be canon just because of how much they're like, nah, it's not gonna happen, guys. It's not. It's like, it's gonna happen. Either that or it's not gonna happen, and the writers are gonna be more clever than that. But I have faith in the writers, but I've also been disappointed by them before too. Because I'm sorry, what the hell was Toffee's endgame? Like, he's like, I just wanted my finger back. Okay, right. Like, I don't know. That's just that kind of pissed me off. I'm like, because like Star was like, well, okay, well Moon was like, Toffee's returned, and Star's like, oh shit, and like I gotta return to Muni, and that's like when she was like, goodbye Marco forever, and like that's why she left Earth, which was kind of a big deal, and then like Toffee was just kind of like I was thinking he was gonna try and take over the kingdom, destroy the Mumins completely, something, but nah, he just wanted that finger back. That's all. I mean, because his whole plan was just walk off like a boss. I mean, okay then. Thought he'd do something. I do not know what the bottom of this wand looks like at all, because the screenshot I've seen does not show the bottom, so just making this up. It has a cylinder. Woo! Honestly, part of the reason I'm not like Starco right now too is just because I'm like, how does Star forget his birthday? That's just, she spent all day being like, oh, I love you, Tom, blah blah blah, and then like couldn't even remember her best friend's birthday. Come on, Star, get your shit together. Yeah, the pony episode, like I didn't hate it, but it was kind of like, what does this have to do with anything? Like, you just had Rich Pigeon sign the Mumin monster thing, and it seems like there's a lot going on where they really don't need to add filler episodes, so it's kind of like, why was there the Ponyhead episode? Was it literally just to introduce Ponyhead's family? Because it's like, okay, neat, but I mean, if you could do like hundreds of episodes where we could go learn more about Ludo's family, and also, yeah, Ludo floating in space. Poor guy. Um, I mean, seriously, it's just why does the Ponyhead episode exist? Um, I mean, it wasn't a bad episode, but it was just whatever. Like, okay, I'd be surprised if that episode comes back into play at all at any point ever in the next whenever for anything. I don't know. I'm still voting Marco goes evil, and the big plot change is when that's true. There could have even been like a better filler episode, like like you could have had a filler episode about like what's going on. Honestly, I'm wondering what's going on Earth without Marco there. Like that could be interesting. I mean, that would be a filler episode. It's not precisely what I'm looking for. It's like I still tell me more about Eclipse now, but um, the Ponyhead family. It's like seems kind of weird. Like, could have done something else. Um, but I'm still thinking it'd be cool if Marco went evil and then became like Star's biggest enemy, and then of course there would have to be like that moment somewhere between season 3 and 4 where because I think at this point Star is kind of oblivious to the fact that Marco has feelings for her now, or did, but was too stupid to say anything. So you know, it'd be funny. They're like in the midst of battle, be like, "Why did you say anything?" I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I thought that'd be funny. They'd be like, just like they realize their whole entire battle is over just because a misunderstanding. Maybe I just want to see evil Marco. I just want to see. I mean, because like one thing that kind of disappeared was in season 1, Marco was always going on about how he was the misunderstood bad boy, and like that just totally disappeared. But I was like, wouldn't it be funny if he did end up turning out to be the villain and be like, wow, he really was the misunderstood bad. Okay. I have to go to work soon, but the ignore card, that's a terrible card. Why would you do that? I agree, and I actually like. I do think Star's playing the ignore card a little bit, but I also think it's partly because she's. I don't think she's. I don't think she's paying attention to her own feelings at all. I think she's just like, meh, you didn't say anything on Earth, so I'm with Tom now, and I'm like, mm-hmm, sure you are. I never liked girl games. Not in real life, not in stories, not in anything. Villain, honestly, Marco being a villain would be so much fun. Why does he have the moon on his cheeks? Cause like, what happened? Like, how does that like? Like he was born on Earth, not Muni. Like what is are the? I mean, they're even glowing like stars, and it's like, what are you? How's this happening? And oh, I broke it. Bloop. There we go. Yeah, I couldn't say it better. But I'm an important princess now. Oh yeah, I love that too. How Star's all like, ah crap, flash crashed. See if I can save this quick. Uh oh. No. It's okay. I'll just oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, apparently Flash and the live streaming don't like each other. I'm gonna control alt delete this and see if that works. Uh, this should be interesting. Alright, there we go. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, Star was being a butt. Yeah, live streaming is kind of a bit of a it's a bit of a pain in the butt. Oh, it didn't give me my pressure sensitivity. Okay, there we go. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's also kind of fun. So, I mean, this is literally just I drew this in 2 minutes. I timed myself because like I have to go to work soon, so I'm like I gotta do this quick. I just want to ramble about Star, but I can't be live streaming and just sit in front of my camera because I'll have a panic attack. uh, because I don't like being in front of a camera. So as long as I'm drawing, I can at least stay a little bit calm. So I'm like, I need something, and I'm like, I'm just gonna draw Evil Marco because I have to. And I purposely set all the flash settings to like save every minute or so because otherwise I would lose the whole thing. And I didn't lose the whole thing, so there we go. Holy crap, I did that shoe like flawlessly. Bloop. I'm getting better at this. Oh yeah, I actually animated something that kind of worked yesterday. That was amazing. I think I'm gonna have to upgrade my computer this year. I'm almost thinking, wouldn't it be interesting if Marco goes evil and then Eclipsa, because it looks like his wand is like a monster eye. So wouldn't it be interesting if like Eclipsa ends up being his magical mentor and then like that would be cool. And also I want Eclipse's monster love to come back. I don't know how. I don't care. He needs to come back. I want to see that character animated. It's cool, Boston. As long as you're creepily floating in the background. Alright. You're also doing a thing? We're all doing a thing. I'd be more concerned if nobody was doing anything at all and they're just like, I had nothing to do and I'm just sitting here watching you draw. I'd be like, oh my god. I'm so sorry. You should get a hobby. Maybe I should do a live stream one day that's like draw along, but I don't know. That would be pretty funny. Okay. Draw along with Captain Starco. It would get really, really silly at some points. I promise. You know, that kind of would make sense though, because they've been drumming up Eclipsa kind of since like season 1 that she's kind of like Glossaric said something along the lines of, you know, her magic's. I haven't seen magic this powerful since Queen Eclipsa. And it'd be almost interesting if, like, because I thought that's kind of where they were going, is it would be like, Eclipsa was going to be the antithesis to Star, but it would be interesting if Marco ended up being kind of the antithesis to Star. Honestly, though, I'm really not worried about Starco that much right now. I know a lot of people are, but I'm like, it's probably going to happen. It's probably going to happen. And actually, could I also say that I don't know, like, it's really hard for me because I do like shipping a lot, but I really kind of hate it when the characters get together right at the end, because it's like, and it's kind of hard too, because I also hate it when they get together like in the series, like, but to be fair, this only happened once, with Kim Possible. I remember I was like, oh, that's cool that we actually get to see what they're like together, but then we ended up with these like episodes where it's all like, our dates are in a rut, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to watch. But I don't know, like, I hate it when they get together at the end, but I also hate it when they get together before the end, so I don't know. No, wait, I think I know how to put this. I wish they would stop focusing so much on the shipping and actually focus on, like, the cool stuff, because, like, we've already had enough ship-tasticness right now. It's kind of overwhelming. And we need more Eclipsa and her monster and whatever the hell her plan is. And I definitely want to believe there's a speakeasy behind the captain's painting. That's my other thing. That's my current ship, is captain painting and speakeasy. There's got to be one. Or maybe just like, yeah. I mean, the thing I liked about Starco from the beginning was, I remember, like, specifically I can, like, pinpoint one moment that I just adored, which was, it was when, Miss Heinous went to Marco's house, and Star and Marco are just, like, walking, and they're just like, oh, hey, what's up? And then all of a sudden they see the junked up car in front of his house, and they, like, instantly knew what to do, and they, like, didn't even have to talk to each other. They're just like, go, and it's like they went into battle mode. I love that stuff, but I don't know, like, I feel like, what would, like, a Marco Star date episode be? Like, it'd be kind of like, meh, I don't know, like, it's so hard to explain, like, I don't know what I'm like, it's, the thing about the show is, it's like Star and Marco were always, like, kind of, like, even though they weren't officially dating, it's like they were always together, and They were always doing stuff. That's pretty much what anyone with Starco would want. I don't really think it's important that it's like there's some grandiose announcement to the world. And I almost wonder how that would work too, since apparently Star changes you know, like, because I mean, that's the thing too. Like, when Marco comes back and she's like a dick to him, like, she's like, here, you're gonna squire for the laundry night in the basement. Get out of here. It's like, whoa, hey. I don't know. I wouldn't want to watch like a Star Marco date episode where they're like, we're at the mall. Like, I don't know. That'd be lame. I want to see, you know, well, hell, I was expecting something with them and Toffee, you know, like a huge battle with Toffee. Because that was the thing, he was drummed up to be so much, and it was just. I thought for sure the way the writers were going with it was, I thought they were going to. Because Toffee didn't seem that, Toffee didn't seem all that evil at first. I remember actually getting into an, well, it's not like an argument, but a debate about it, because I was so convinced the writers had it sorted out and they didn't. And my friend was like, well, you know, Bill Cipher in Gravity Falls, like, he's a terrifying villain, but Toffee's really not that terrifying. I'm like, oh no, he's not terrifying now, but, you know, they're probably gonna, like, I'm like, that's, they're trying to make you think Toffee is not gonna be anything, but what's gonna happen is Toffee's going to, you know, take over. He's, I mean, because at that point, I think it was like he had taken over Ludo, and I knew that. And I thought he was going to kind of unite the monsters in a revolution against the humans and take over the kingdom, because it kind of seemed like that was his game. He's like, I'm cool, I'm calculated, I'm cold-blooded, I'm a lizard. I'm going to just, you know, because for what the humans did to me, I'm going to destroy, like, everything they hold dear. And I thought that was kind of where they were going, and then, no, he just wanted his finger. Alright. I mean, to be fair, I like flipping people the bird too, but I don't know if I would. With three-fingered characters, can they technically flip a middle finger? Because it's like, I've never gotten a clear answer on that. And actually, there is one thing I want them to go more into, more so than the freaking ships right now, and Star pointed it out in one of the more recent episodes. She's all like, why is Tom not considered a monster, but, you know, you know, this guy over here who basically has, like, horns is, like, a monster, but, like, Romulus is not a monster, but he has snakes for hands, and that's actually something that's been bugging me from the get-go, is it's like, what constitutes a monster in the eyes of the humans? And Star's got a point, like, it doesn't seem to have any reasoning to it or anything like that. So, yeah, where's that? I'd like to know more about that. Yeah. I still thought Toffee was going to have more stuff going on. And that's the thing. Like, on one hand, like, the writers impress me, and then on the other hand, sometimes they disappoint me. Like, I thought there was going to be more. Honestly, this drawing here also might have just been an excuse to draw Marco with eyeliner again. And I'm just varying the lines, because I don't think I'm going to color this. And if I do, I'm not coloring it anytime within the next half an hour, because then I'll miss work, and I won't have any money to upgrade my computer with eventually. just hope they don't screw it up. Like, at this point, there's, like, a lot of really cool directions it can go, but, like, there's also a lot of dumb directions it could go, and I'm just like, where are you going with it? Please don't do the same thing you did with Toffee. That was awkward, too, talking with that friend later after Toffee just kind of, like, was lamed away. And it's like, okay. I think the debate was like whether Star or Gravity Falls is better, and clearly Gravity Falls is 100%. That wasn't even part of the argument, but I was trying to do a little bit of a counter argument for some aspects of the show. To be honest, I think when they started Star vs. the Forces of Evil, they didn't quite know where they wanted to go with it. And because, like, I remember I didn't get into Star until last year, but I did watch the first 2 episodes when they first came out, and I was just, like, bored. And I was like, okay, I don't know what this is. I'm not really interested. But then when people were like, no, you got to give it a second shot. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a second shot. And now it's like, I love this show. But I'm also worried they're going to screw it up. Nah. I make so many weird noises when I draw. I'm sorry. Actually, I think that looks pretty good. And I think I've rambled on. Well, you know what? I'm going to do his feet a little bit. Bloop. Actually, I hope they do more with Jana, because I know people don't like Jana a lot, and that confuses me, because I'm like, I don't know, she seems pretty cool. It's like they haven't done enough character development with her yet, but I remember seeing a lot of, like, Jana hate when I first got into the community about half a year ago. And I was just like, I don't know, she seems pretty cool. Like, it seems like they're gonna do more with her, maybe. I don't know. Or not. Maybe they'll just do nothing. Maybe she'll lose her middle finger. Oh, hey, I'm getting better at this digital art thing. Like, this is actually kind of almost looks like one of my Sharpie drawings. Almost. Like, and my lines are starting to not be as wobbly. Wibbly wobbly. I mean, they definitely could still be better, but they're not that bad. Actually, I want to give props to Jackie Lynn Thomas for being an awesome redeemed character, like right at the end when she's just like, dude, like, why are you trying to be miserable and be with me? Like, stop lying to yourself, you dumbass. Like, she's cool by me now. Of course, I might be a little bit biased because I actually did have to break up with a few guys like that. Like, dude, we're miserable. This is stupid. And they're like, no, don't leave me. The high school drama, so much fun. I don't miss that. Just want to draw and eat food now. That's it. I'm done. Oh, and live stream on YouTube for strangers. I like that too. But no, I thought that was pretty badass. Especially since, like, I mean, Like, she could have just, she could have just kept pretending to, but she's all like, you know what, I'm not about this fake ass bullshit. Skates away. Actually, to be honest, it's pretty sad that Marco. It took Tad telling Marco that he had a crush on Star for Marco to be like, no, I don't have a. Oh, no, I do. Like, come on, Marco. Actually, I'm starting to think Jackie might have been way too cool for Marco in the first place. I never really hated that character. Even when all the Jarko stuff was going on. Actually, to be honest, when all the Jarko stuff was going on, I was just pissed that Star wasn't saying anything. Because it's like, Star, why don't you just fucking tell Marco you like him? Because, the thing is, too, if she had just done that, none of what's going on would be going on. Because Marco would have been like, he would have thought about it, and then he would have been like, oh, okay, actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I don't know what I was thinking. And, like, it could have worked. And then we could have a season 3 just action-packed and be like, oh yeah, okay, we're cool. We like each other, whatever. Let's move on. So, come to think of it, that could have been... God damn it. Guess that's the thing with storytelling, though. It can go, like, so many different ways that it's really just up to whatever they feel like at the time. And I know the writers care, but I am going to say that I know for a fact that as much as the writers care, the fans care way more, like, about the exact details of how things happen. Like, the writers, it's just their job, They want to make a good product. They want something that's popular and interesting and fun, but they're also not, like, they're not emotionally invested. Yeah, I think it really does come down to what would have been more interesting. Unfortunately for me, what ends up happening is when I think about things too much, I end up thinking of, like, something that I'm like, oh, that would have been way more fun, but then it's like you can't go back. I had one of these ideas, and I think I'll end on this story right after I finish. Y'all can see how I write my beautiful signature. I couldn't do that about a week ago. I remember I tried to, and it was, like, so bad. But now I'm getting more practice in. Okay. So, yeah, I'll just end it there for the drawing. But one more story before I go. I ended up going to LA for the Gallery Nucleus thing in April. Not when Darren or anyone was there, but I ended up meeting up with my filmmaking friend in LA, and we just, like, sat in, like, this I can't remember, I think it was I think something was going on, and I didn't want to go somewhere, so we were just, like, chilling in a parking lot for a minute, and we just started talking about Star versus the Forces of Evil. Oh yeah, thanks for mentioning my cameo in the sleeping episode. That was amazing. I've become the painting in the show. But anyways, okay, so I'm in this parking lot with my LA filmmaking friend, and we're talking about Star vs. the Force of Evil and just the story. And it was, I remember what prompted this, but I don't want to get into that right now. But anyways, we were talking like, wouldn't it have been interesting if somehow back and forth we went and we got on this point of, wouldn't it have been interesting if like Muni had had its own language, because we were joking about how it's like, oh, it's so convenient, thank God Star knows English just out of nowhere. um but we thought, wouldn't it be interesting if like, if they, and they never would do this, and I know why, but they would never do this, and it would be so interesting. So Star's from a totally different dimension, and what if she didn't know English and she had to like learn English? But wouldn't it have been interesting also if like, what if Marco like knew some English but also knew Spanish, and they kind of had to learn the language together, and like it could have, there could be like all these like interesting like I mean, it would be great for animation too, because you'd have to do a lot with the actual drawings themselves rather than relying on just voices and words and things like that. And actually, that right there is precisely why they never would do that, because budget reasons. It's a lot easier to animate someone just standing there talking than to like do full animation of like pantomime stuff. But I remember we were sitting there talking about it, we're like, oh my god, that would be so cool, because like, and at this point it was still like, I was still full Starco mode, so I'm like, oh my god, that'd be so cute too, because like Star would be trying to tell Marco she likes him, but she has to figure it out through like all these different languages, and like, and then, you know, there's of course still the magic element, which is really cool. And it's like, we were just like, we just ended up like going back and forth for about like 45 minutes about this, and it was like, I want to watch this show, but it's not gonna happen, because it's just, and we had this moment of sadness, because it's like, it'll never happen. And that's the thing too, though. I mean, I think that would be an interesting show, but some people probably would be like, what the is this? So I mean, it all comes down to like, what does the majority of, you know, popular masses, what can they accept and what can they not accept? And it's getting better year by year, what is allowed and what isn't allowed and what they're trying to do. But unfortunately, it seems like a lot of times the changes are more politically based than whether or not it's a good story. I hope in the future, as things go along and I'm almost dead, that, you know, storytelling gets, you know, a little bit more like to the point of nobody cares. Because I mean, at this point too, the internet is a beautiful place where nobody can really tell you what story you can and can't do. And so I think with that, it's just going to keep getting better and better. But I mean, that's kind of the beauty and curse of storytelling, is you can go anywhere with any story. Like, you could do anything. So with all that freedom, what do? Because you could sit there and be like, I want to do this, and then people go, I hate that, and then nobody wants to read your story. So I think that's why a lot of times people just go for like old tropes and things like that, which is another reason I think Starco is actually going to happen. Just because it's like, everyone wants Starco, it doesn't make sense not to go for Starco, but they're like trying to stall it as long as they can. So I think they're doing that so that they can explore other possibilities too. Like, I never thought of a Marco Kelly ship ever. That's interesting, but I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about Kelly either. But yeah, I'm rambling because, again, you can go anywhere. So like, I could go on about this for hours and hours, but I can't because I have to go to work. So I'm gonna end the live stream here. I hope you all had fun. I will do this later again, definitely, because it's fun and I like doing it. So, good night, afternoon, wherever you are, that sort of thing.